Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! My name is Fabulous19, and it's time to get fabulous by playing this game. It's Final Fantasy VI. Please enjoy. For in today's episode, we will be going into a opera house. A lot of events will be taking place there, but first, before we do that, as you can see, I leveled up people quite a lot since last episode. And if you go through Lockie's abilities here, with all the S4 espers that we have right now, he's learned all the spells that they have to offer. Let's see, last time we were with these guys, what levels were they? They were like in their 10s and 12s, if I remember correct. So we've gotten to quite a few levels. So like I said before, I will not be running away too much from battles unless I really need to. So I just thought I'd go ahead and show what everybody has learned since the previous episode, which was about, what, 4 months ago? Currently Sapin has quite a few spells that he can learn. He's missing quite a few, but that's okay. We'll just focus on Siren. So at this point I'm just going to do my best to try to learn up as many spells as I can to make sure we can get through the game a lot easier. And I decided to come back and grab Shadow and put him in our party. Just because I don't think he's gotten enough screen time, and he honestly doesn't get much time in the game. He will mainly make more of an appearance in the second half of the game. But that's much later on from now. And so you can see your spells are also listed in your magic menu. You can select them, you can read what they do and how much MP they cost. In case you're curious, here are my stats for each of the characters and equipment. Nothing too exciting, but this is what their stats look like. Of course, these stats are only affected by the equipment, not necessarily your levels. Your stats are affected by equipment and the Esper that you currently have equipped. Like I said in the previous video, while you're leveling up, that Esper will give you a bonus to one of your stats. And it will tell you what stat it gives you if you look at the Esper menu. But that's enough of that. Let's move on and get to this opera house. Because in this episode we have lots of singing to do. I was kind of going debating in my head on whether I should sing anything or not. I'd probably do one small cringy piece of singing somewhere, but I'll mostly let the game do that. So I'm not going to. I'll do that in the specific spot. But here we are in battle. We haven't seen some combat in a while. I see a few magic, got one magic ability point and a ton of money. It's a pretty good amount of loot. It's real unfortunate too, because if you bring Shadow with you through this event, he won't stick around for long, and in some of these random battles, he may just leave. So if he does leave in the middle of a battle, just reload your save. Hopefully you saved plenty of times. But if he leaves, like he's doing right now, reload your save file. Try again. Even in this opera event, he will eventually just leave, and unfortunately, you don't believe you can get him back until a little later. I will have to look into it a bit more. And so we finally made it to the opera house. There's gonna be one event after another happening in here. So at this point, we've plotted that a man named Setzer is coming to kidnap Maria. Now, since Maria is nowhere to be seen for some reason, they never actually explained this, but since Maria is nowhere around, we have to use Celes as a substitute. Setzer is supposed to be kidnapping Maria, but instead we will be using Celes, and she will be getting kidnapped, and we will follow right after Setzer in the process. And the main reason why we're doing this is just to nab his airship, and we're going to take his airship to travel to the Empire. That's what this is all for. It's just one giant theatrical event just to get an airship. Okay, Celeste, don't have a seizure. It's just singing. Opera singing, that's all. No need to have a seizure. Not some opera floozy. Oh, and you bash your face into the door. That's funny. Okay, so she's gonna be practicing her singing, I guess. Mi, mi, do, re, mi, fa. Oh yeah. Try that again. Maria. Need to practice. And once again, we got Ultros over here. He just does not go away. Apparently got some plan of his own. Something that'll apparently be a ton of fun. Whatever that means. Stealing letters. And of course nobody sees it. How many times have we seen this octopus now that I think about it? 3 times? Oh well. I always thought this visual was pretty cool, how you got the people down in the bottom row in the seats, while that's become the background, we have the foreground of us up here up top. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy these long little events and cutscenes. We have a lot of these. The war between the East and the West was growing more violent by the day. Draco, a soldier from the West, thinks of his love, Maria. Back at home, have you always been that pretty? Okay, so at this point in the game, there's this book here that you read and it will tell you what the songs and the lyrics are. You want to remember the beginning pieces of some of these songs here, because during the process of the singing, you will be asked, what was it, 2 or 3 times to choose a lyric to start with, and if you choose the wrong one, you have to repeat the entire singing process again. If I remember correctly, it's been a while, to be honest. It's been quite a while since I've ever mistakenly chose the wrong line to say. But if you read this book and try to remember some of the beginning sentences of the lines, you will clearly know which one to say. So it's kind of like a miniature quick time event. All I have to do is select the right line of lyrics to say, and the song will continue on. And once the song piece is over, there's a dance where you simply follow the guy that dances around and press the A button or your confirmation button, whatever you have it assigned to. And then you grab some flowers and you have to hurry up and toss them off of a balcony. So, with that being said, let's get this show started. You were
fabulous.
Celes. I know you guys won, so I'm gonna jam up your opera. Uh-oh. Better tell the impresario, or however you pronounce his name. Impresario. Anyway, Ultros is on the move, so now we have to hurry up and stop them. Let's see if Maria can shrug this off. This is heavier than I thought. It's gonna take me like 5 minutes to push this thing off. Having a second to lose. Okay, so now we have to hurry up. Like Ultro said, it's gonna take 5 minutes just to reach him, so we have to really hurry up. In this case, I would strongly recommend going to the settings of the game, going to configuration, and setting the battle speed maximum speed, just to hurry the battles up. I believe 6 is as high as it goes, so we want to set it to 6. I end up doing this a bit later. You would think Ultros should have something better to do at this time. I have no idea how he even got there in the first place. He's alone on top of the raft. On top of the entire ceiling up here. So for these enemies, these rats, what you want to do is take down the golden one first, because he will summon more rats through the fight. And as you keep summoning more rats through the fight, the longer the battles will take, and you don't have time for a long fight. You literally don't. You have only 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. So what I recommend is either focusing all your attacks on the golden rats while having the other party member try to use your magics and hit everybody with your magics. You can do that by simply tapping the L or right shoulder button, left or right shoulder button, or L and R button. Not all magic can target all enemies by pressing the L and R button. So keep that in mind. In this case, however, I believe are just normal, regular, physical attacks. Yeah, Sapping's did 432 damage, so either focus the magic attack on this one person or use physical attacks. Usually what happens is if you divide your magic attacks upon multiple enemies, the damage output usually gets chopped up a bit, but he's focused on one and it does the most damage. And then overall, just focus your attacks on the golden rat as much as you possibly can. Now, unfortunately, since I chose Shadow, he's not here to help out in this fight. Had I chose someone else, then I would have had 3 characters, 3 party members to help battle against Ultros. But, like I said, I wanted to give Shadow just a little bit of screen time, a little bit of training with his magic abilities and stats as well, by giving him some level ups, but unfortunately, now that I've done that, he won't be here with us, so, you know, warning, if you do choose him for this, he kind of just leaves. So next upcoming is the boss fight against Ultros, and I love how we just all fall down and completely crash this party, this little opera. And then we just improvise our way through it. We got 1, 2 people knocked out. Oh well, might as well make the most of this. Music! Oh, my hero, my beloved, shall we still be made to part? The promises of perennial love yet sing here in my heart. I'm the darkness, you're the starlight, shining brightly from afar. Through hours of despair I'll offer this prayer to you, my evening star. Must my final vows exchanged be with him and not with you? Were you only here to quiet my fear? Oh, speak, guide me anew. Guide me anew. I am thankful, my beloved, for your tenderness and grace. I see in your eyes, so gentle and wise, all doubts and fears erased. Through the hours, take no notice of what fate might have in store. Our love, come what may, will never age a day. I'll wait forevermore. Compliments on a most impressive performance. That singing was on point, but you still need to practice. It was fucking awful. Alright, so now Setzer's kidnapping people. Kidnapping Maria, finally. And now we'll be able to follow up behind him and hop aboard his airship somehow. Don't worry, I'll give you plenty of attention later. Ta-da! And just like that, here we are on the ship. With no visual information on how we got here in the first place, we just got here. We must have just ran out the opera house and hopped aboard his airship. We'll never know because there was no real visual or nothing was really shown on how we got here, but that's okay. Just get to the point, I guess. So now he comes in and realizes that she is not Maria, she is in fact Celeste. So now we just have to convince this guy for him to hand over his airship to us, or just help us. And then we can finally get to the Empire. We can finally get to business. This, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of this video. So until the next video, have a fabulous day.